I've seen many Nigerians around the world have resonated with my story about my mom deporting me from Atlanta to Nigeria. Even though I got in trouble in Atlanta, it was not trouble the way some of you thought, because at the end of the day, my mom is a Nigerian mother who I was scared of more than the police. There was a day I got in trouble with the police that when they called my mom and they saw the way I started crying, they let me go and did not press charges for what I got in trouble for. When I got into Nigeria, I was blessed where I had a big family unit who I was very close to, and I also had my grandmother who I lived with. I lived with my grandmother for the next 2 years because my mom was settling into Nigeria. Plus, my grandma and I were very close, and with the way my mom just deported me to Nigeria, it was better I stayed with my grandma. The advice I would give a lot of parents if they're going to send their child to Nigeria is you need to understand the kind of school you are going to send your child to. I personally wanted to go to the AISs, which is the American International School, the British International School, the Green Springs, and we visited all those schools and I fell in love. But my mom knew with the kind of child I was back then, I needed a proper Nigerian school that was going to not only discipline me, but also make me get used to the Nigerian culture. The school I ended up going to was a school called SEF, which is in Magodo. It's also known as Supreme Education Foundation. And let me just tell you how my first day of secondary school went. When I got into the classroom, I was introduced to my classmates and everybody started calling me the Yankee boy because I had a strong American accent back then. Class starts and I'm in the corner of the classroom laying my head down because I'm still trying to process that my mom has deported me from Atlanta to Nigeria. As the class is going on, the teacher now comes into the class and starts yelling at everybody kneel down. And at the time, I didn't understand what kneel down meant because I had just come from America. Everybody in the classroom starts kneeling down. Then the teacher looks at me and says, "Young man, didn't I tell you to kneel down?" And I look at him and I say, "Yo, I can't kneel down to you because you are not God." Looking back at it now, that was the most stupid thing I could have done. However, I am coming from America, and that is the advice I'll give some of you parents. Make sure you are involved in your children's life, even if you send them to secondary school, especially boarding school, because there are a lot of cultural differences they have to understand. And if you do not have those conversations with them, they are going to learn the hard way. When I tell the teacher I can't kneel down for him, the teacher is looking at me like I'm crazy, so we start yelling at each other. So all the students in the classroom started begging for me, saying, "Excuse me, sir, he just came from America." So the teacher's like, well, young man, we're in Nigeria, so we're going to show you how we do it in Nigeria. I get up like I want to fight him. All the other students start calling other kids from other classrooms saying, "The Yankee boy wants to fight." One of my classmates tricks me saying, "Yo, the cane doesn't hurt that much." And I saw the teacher was about to flog the girls first. So of course, with my American mind, I'm like, "Yo, I'll take the cane for the girls." And let me just tell you all something. When that man beats me with the cane, the first stroke alone,